accelerating.
Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all good. Huh! Hey, look! They made it! Prince! Lama!
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so that...
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Phil.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's and given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no...
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather...
It's nice to meet you. Again.
Wait a sec! You're Mini Derp?
That's right. It's me. I'm...
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop...
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on...
Wow! You look so different! In a good...
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always...
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now! Paimon could get used to this.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves.
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Kutar...
She's been catching up with old friends. Uh-oh. People are talking about me.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well.
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chick.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll wait.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely... I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's...
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help.
I understand. Well, bye for now.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not...
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, though it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a...
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest...
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're...
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon...
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is... Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you...
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances.
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchen.
All right.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your...
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive. Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so...
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring...
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you...
Itlua a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
So you're what? A fake... Come on, why the awkward...
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've no... Now that...
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably...
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess.
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds.
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact...
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a...
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with...
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not...
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs...
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance,
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how...
Oh, I'd be... Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by...
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my...
Thank you. In that case...
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just...
If you think back to our previous interaction...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Wanna tag along with us?
Sure. Let's do
Great! Paimon will handle it! And in return, we can get Dainsleif to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so soon.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding. Anyway, since we're all here together...
Indeed.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here!
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at night.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an... first up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Nefer is leading the investigation into Reri's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great... Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild hunt to... For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I can possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tevat.
Wow! That's a lot of people! Great!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so,
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter?
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're...
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're...
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have...
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the five...
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the five... I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The five sinners were each driven by their own desires. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, and last, but not least, of the five, Reri is the only one who remains a mystery to me.
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice?
Strangely, now the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had. And centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person...
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price...
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks!
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power
I believe it will take. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because, so far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rei here of
Kutar.
Defeating the Rei here of Sonari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly.
Naturally. We should take all.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few. Is it even possible to kill Reri? What experience is. Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of the.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on...
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly,
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Reri.
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people.
Anyway, we've got our Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot.
Hate to say it, friend, but that...
Why? You think I...
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so...
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was you.
That's one way to put it. Another is this. that once a decision's been made... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the dive... Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has...
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like...
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rerir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team.
So, Paimon's like... the lifeguard?
Good. Please, take a seat.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rerir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this. No,
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into...
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good.
You're such a kill...
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelf. According to Dainsliff, Rerir used to be an intelligence operative. Chance... Is this where you keep your secrets, Rerir?
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained neutralized. This one should be archived under Purge. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed, neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Neutralized. Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir? It's been quite some time.
Reri, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, tell me. Does someone in your position...
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be invited.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of...
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, you fear my silence, and long to hear...
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject, and the reason is simple. Because the truth, the burden of prophecy, was never meant...
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecy?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to His Majesty than I am.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the...
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still...
You make a fair point. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If...
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis?
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face. His name is Reri.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're...
Why are you telling...
Simple. It's... I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not. I would never—
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that mean? You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just
the ray here of soul. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping. But who am I to talk? Love should be built on honesty. But is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything, no matter who I am.
Huh? Was that Reri who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I've almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People...
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already! We're not going to survive this, are we? But... why does it have to be Felindis! Are you even
Sorry, Freether. My mind was... I heard you, though. You're talking about what... He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you.
No. Reri has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant... Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have...
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that rape?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves... Don't forget that Reri is an Eclipse operative. You need to... For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me...
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this...
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it.
You call that change?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you...
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
Doesn't it follow you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now. You see, people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip grip on the handle, then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk, and the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died of chronic death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open and above board, though. The king just happens to need you right now. What doesn't?
That won't happen.
We've changed. Ever since you fell into the spell of that power. In the beginning, he only had you take out a handful of those.
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
You know why Olympus didn't accept your proposal. Or because he didn't trust you.
Delindus, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while.
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Delindus. They're looking for us. If you ever need a place to hide.
Author Delindus. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experiment. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation... No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you... Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later... But... Could he really bring him... No. Surely he...
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want... to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thalindis? No. No. Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be! A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. This cannot go on. This is...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know but...
Me?
If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your...
Good point. In that case...
No, please! I just want to see the outside world.
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go, now. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Reri, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalind.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Reri. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
And that voice used to be so unclear. But now I know he won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. Tell me then, what will this moment of And... no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbed.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. And it looks like this Thalindis, Rerir's would-be fiancé, herself belonged to a It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. And why does Vedifalnir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? This guy kept more... The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, You only ever see the parts they're willing to let serve. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Reri...
Reri, are you there? Hey, Reri! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met.
Okay.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is...
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad...
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day.
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers... The word on the street is that Sir Delogi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs...
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible.
Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I...
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. So drop the... You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum. The chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Reri.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif...
It's my brother, Vedofenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that...
Vedofenir in prison? Strange. I thought that... Does this mean the king's circle of trust?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy. Vedofenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless vision...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to...
Rescue Vedofenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by...
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Roy...
You've been...
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedofenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, my blade will force the king to see the...
So, Vedofenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary... The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is... You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested...
A letter of pardon? For whom? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for... This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. Another mystery I'll need to...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experience. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway, an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digit. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into Abyssal. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful, but as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the... This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis.
I've heard nothing. Reri got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation...
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal...
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Reri I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet... But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's light, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this... You know what happens to those who betray the throne?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed...
If you have any love left for justice in your heart...
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then hop to Tyr and run. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Veta. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for...
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly the... Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafl. Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds.
I'm curious. What did you...
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of war. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed... Dane asked for my help. The court is incomplete.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more...
Forgive my curtness, Vedaflnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on... You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his feet. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the...
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. But this is not the end. It is... There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Reri. But you are not... Is that a dagger? Interesting.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me.
Of course not. We're on the same side.
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedaflnir.
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe... I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I...
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the... That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That can't be. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it?
My voice? So, you hear it too? The voice that steals your mind, gains your trust, and drives. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life, as if he'd discovered some monumental...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come. It is up to you whether you believe my words.
I will hold you.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose. Monsters? Is this Rheindarter's doing? Universitas Magistrorum! Out of my way!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are, but if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run up, and given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will...
Let's dance! Ready, steady, go! Animal test 6308.
The deception ends here. No more lies.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Defensive mode engaged. Annihilation mode.
Let the show begin.
Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Swirl, Mark 2! Stand clear!
It all adds up. Seek within.
Go, Barbara! I'll protect us!
Insulation chamber.
La 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 la!
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Observe. Night falls.
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistrorum? Why? Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the... Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been... I'm done for. Is anyone there? Stay back! Please stay back! Reri! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
I told you, Reri. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Reri, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair or desire. We all have our own.
Reri.
Cylindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Reri? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone... His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of... Everyone, I'm back. Can I get...
Never! How you... She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from... However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate... Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the...
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me...
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first...
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause say?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the cure... In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying... Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the curate...
I'm sorry? What did you hear me say? I wasn't...
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago. What's wrong? You look like you've seen...
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it...
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the...
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too...
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone...
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient?
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of... I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue just because it isn't.
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be...
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever... Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and... You have my word that I will get us all out of here. Looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately,
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have...
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells would...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories, but things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it, it's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best thing for us.
So, do you get anything good?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or...
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it was all...
You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert... There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Eab, and praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could, and you told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can... This is an emergency. Please?
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell.
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable...
This is the finest wine our village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of...
Please, have faith! If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where are you?
Nowhere special.
What about the rest of your...
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no...
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brother.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name. Never? You're rather fair...
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a...
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help...
A weak student? Goodness, no.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What?
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter.
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put your...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Probably whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed...
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rule... It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backward.
Oh, my dear child.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. This one was never... Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immortus Sage. The title is... Gut in clinical terms. For example, this seems like something the academia would want. Wait. The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would... This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding recent change. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desk. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your root. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to... Great letter. And the sender is... I didn't realize anyone else... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontima... Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through... Wait...
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinue, Chief. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety. and gave you some water and others. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence. This brings me to my reason for writing. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. I found a well belonging to the When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my...
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty work, and you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction. You liar. You lied about... And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks... Which makes you a pathetic liar. I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer? You...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my home.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important... Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all from me.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean...
Yeah. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a...
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eob has a...
Huh. So, you do...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the...
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eob control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50
million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy, Iab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive a...
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia... I hope I am making myself...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down everyone.
I assure you, Chief. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the... In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. In fact, it calls for a celebration.
Gladly. I am partial to wine, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've...
What? Well, don't just stand there, take it...
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Iab's military...
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't...
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. That well is off.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got...
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our...
The Iab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere. So let me ask you, Chief, if you...
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Iab have held back our At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, it's...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the Iab, which makes you our natural allies. Weren't the Iab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter.
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy. Look at Watch yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but you're the monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary, petty human. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all... Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople... But you couldn't do what had to be done.
Never. It's okay. All of this...
I believe I remember you promising to...
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp... So, anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes, if we can find somewhere to...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That... I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but...
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trade secret.
Ah. Then I'm guessing...
I didn't know you were clued up on any...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino, the spirit...
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows...
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Sethos too.
What about him? Is he a...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in. With any...
Here. I don't have anything to add about any... I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but...
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King... Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, At this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is...
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made... By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted...
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shim. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted... Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari. The Raker of Solnari, real name Reri.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse... No matter how much Reri suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences. This is a threat.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and...
Miss Lauma, any thought?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as is the case with all of our legends...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Raker of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? And...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss...
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive. And this raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to... Hey, is this a bad time? Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming in, though.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not... Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that... Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan...
Honestly, Paimon figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will. Anyway, after...
2 days? Holy moly!
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can... You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. Alright, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I... We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore...
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
Alright, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that?
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated.
I see your point, yeah. But if, to be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my power. The Raker of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters, as in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Reri and the Wild Hunts. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Reri has never displayed any ability to manipulate the... Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation... Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and as
someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all...
Understood. Then I will
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail.
Plan approved. Schedule.
Okay! Any firepower you need, I got you covered.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind you as well.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right. Then it's settled.
Wait! We can still...
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be no...
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accept. Also, you are the last person...
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually
So, the longer your name, the higher you...
In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor. Oh, is this... It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's said Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole...
Okay. So what
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to... I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at...
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki.
You will? Well...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's your...
You're putting...
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a...
Looks like bankrupt...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the... Ta-da! See? It's right here.
Ah, it's so pretty.
Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. Aha! No wonder you were talking about Lucky Charms at the meeting. That's not the full story. It actually started a while. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a... Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? How's it so nosy?
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
Could be, could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it. Huh? What?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the...
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are... Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so... My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord's...
Alright, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what... Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite...
Accelerating. Accelerating.
Traveler, Paimon. It's good to see...
Everything going smoothly over?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process...
What? You can actually...
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and...
Harmless,
lifeless. The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to... It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical... Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. You could think of this as Reri in mutated form. But in my view, unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept... It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy...
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for me.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right then. Stay safe.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands,
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. For me, this gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't...
Initiating categorization process.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it?
That's right. Names are...
Yes. I take it your own name...
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people.
You're different from other people. I sensed it.
You're more perceptive than most. Do you ever find yourself missing
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because hatred survives long?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the... Thank you for your help with the Reri situation. Without your efforts...
You're welcome. I know he's...
Friend. He betrayed me. And I never really understood.
Okay. So... You see? You're torn. Now you know it.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them, and even now, they still support.
Clearly, they view...
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what... I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are...
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Ah! It caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down Reri. The Reri.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be. This was some...
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regard... You can't control their gratitude. So...
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting...
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have...
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, my restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But, please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly.
Excellent. My
the chess set's looking a little...
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage in a moment.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle. Every ounce of strength we have.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
The moonlight betrays.
Eat this!
The moonlight betrays you. Move.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
The moonlight betrays
Steady
you.
now.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Observe. Night falls.
Pathetic.
With one heart, we pray.
The mystery unravels.
You poor lost lamb.
Move.
Water jet!
Close your eyes.
The moonlight betrays you. Move.
Bombs away!
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent. To dust.
Forest Protector.
It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you. A grave transgress. You poor lost.
Close your eyes.
Do you see now? The moonlight betrays you.
Are you quite finished? Observe. Your foul spirit is not welcome here.
Leave this place. By the frost moon of old. The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth.
Move! The moonlight betrays you.
Water jet!
Move!
Stay your hand.
I will return.
Moonlight
As
betrays
an avalanche.
Move!
With one heart, we pray.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Move!
Observe. Close your eyes.
No more
moonlight
lies.
betrays
The mystery unravels. How unfortunate.
Be silent. Night falls. Observe.
Move! It's all futile.
Wipe out!
You poor lost lamb.
Your little game of heroics is moonlight betrays you. Who wants to go first?
No!
Death
We've
is
been
within my
separated.
grasp.
You okay?
Nefer, where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lauma! Can you hear me?
Hold on, where? Silence.
Voices are gone, but at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just stalling him. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
It all adds up. The deception ends here.
Go!
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Water jet! Wipe out!
Seek within. It all adds up. Absurd. No more lies. I better wrap this up.
broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck. The riddle remains unsolved. Can't hide the truth. Shameless. The deception ends here. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Bombs away!
No more lies. It all falls into place. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. Absurd. The mystery unravels. No more lies. Curses. There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Reri is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused.
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then, I will reduce...
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash... You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought you cannot win the fight against...
Well, now it's your turn.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! Happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Reri.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever...
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the in business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue other.
Still, I don't like this outcome, and I don't want you to... People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a...
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, my dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory.
The moon will remember this day. Thank... There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my...
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage.
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar
Things are a little different now from how they were.
friends. You have no idea.
Yay! You're awake! How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm back to
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast, and they want to. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fit. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to. We're here!
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's...
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes...
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just...
Oh wait! Where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple
Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure! Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet!
Sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poison. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just... Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strange... He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become... Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Reri any different? You can't work as a... It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes a very If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care... For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from... Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up, our
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. He won't lie low forever. So we...
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous...
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your card.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself...
Huh? Charitable? Who's...
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in...
Stop! What do you think you're doing?
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased...
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where they're... You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and it was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, the tech people handled the tech, and money, it just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's you.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet soup.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor.
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that
That would be your mother, father.
Yeah, though it's been years. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is...
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memory...
Yeah, that's true. If you had...
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora. A big... You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the Curator...
I appreciate the vote of
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions?
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm...
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy! The pressure...
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back! Looking good, Traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take...
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to...
Paimon believes it! You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us... When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get... For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go... For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it. That power enabled her to do...
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Reri, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't Anyway, however you cut it.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that I think this is very important.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my tea.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now,
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the...
Polonia! Please see Lady
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye. Dear Zendrone,
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, you know...
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rei...
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor... If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this note.
Whoa! Pretty hefty note.
You can ignore those. They're just... I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes, and other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the... Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me fear... Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past... Who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are...
Wait, are you saying you know him?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at... We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away. I honored his request. But I did read through I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer, Alain...
So...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that... Alain's work was like epic poetry. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to... Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friend. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the... Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The a mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as some... But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted... It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for... Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil... Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Really? I can't tell whether that's because you disapprove of his deeds or because Renee no longer exists in this world. And the dream... I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, he managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely... After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect, yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to... I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being... At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again... And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation, without... The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed? So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world... They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore the meaning of life. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos. But instead, the search for their own salvation. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? Sensible answer. Glad to know. Alain would disagree, though. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime. Yes, no elaboration, just a quick, short answer before getting right back to his... All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys... Polonia, exit hibernation. Chippy chippy chappa chappa ruby ruby.